Hey everyone, this is Christina with another tutorial on how to do a tote. Right here, I'm just trying to measure out how big of the image I want to do it from top to bottom. And so it's basically based on whatever your preference is or whatever size tote you have. So here I'm just selecting the image already saved. And then of course you adjust the measurements of, how big you want the image on the tote. So right there, I'm just adjusting the measurements, and it's solely based on your preference. I want mine's kind of big, but not too big. So yeah, I'm still adjusting it. I could have easily typed that in there, but I like to see it in different sizes. So yep, still adjusting. And then there you can change the color, which it doesn't matter. It's based on whatever color vinyl that you use. And then of course you save the project. And this is Cricut system that I'm using for those who don't know. And so I saved it. And then of course you hit make it. And that's what it looks like on the board, a Cricut mat. And then of course, since you're doing iron on, you have to mirror the image so that it shows the image backwards. Yep, and then it shows the dimension on the board. And then now you're starting to make it, and then it's connected to my Cricut Maker. I'll probably do a separate video showing all of these products that I use for those who don't know or not familiar. And then you select the everyday iron on. It already has the default settings. There it's just preparing to go through the machine. And I think I'm going to put a video of the process of it getting cut. So still finalizing. And then there's the Cricut Maker. Turning it on. And then now it has to calibrate. And then there's the split screen of the process of the machine cutting the vinyl. And then at the bottom is just showing the progress. Just showing the percentage. So yes, it is cutting it out backwards. And if anyone have any questions about the Cricut Maker or Cricut program, the mats, the vinyl, anything like that, just leave a comment or send me a message. And I will try to answer that. I think how long have I had this machine? About maybe 7 months, 8 months, almost a year. I'm not sure. Yep, still cutting, still cutting. So we have 50% right now. Yep, and then I taped it down because my mat isn't as sticky, which is a good thing when it comes to iron on vinyl sometimes, or paper products. It can mess up your finished work once you pull it off the mat. But yeah, I just like to do the masking tape so it doesn't shift around while it's getting cut. Some people use masking tape, washi tape. That's as far as I'll go. I wouldn't use anything like a duct tape or anything. That's too too much. So yeah, it's done at the bottom, but yeah, I kept it going at the top just to show you the process. And then at the bottom of the bottom of the video is just showing the finish. So now here is the Easy Press. That's a heating machine. That I'm just pulling off the iron on vinyl. Okay. And then next you just pull off all of the tape. And then that's the Cricut weeding tool. pretty much I have all of their products, but you can use whatever you have. Some people use safety pins or whatever you have on demand. It doesn't matter as long as it's sharp, because you just want to depict certain parts out of the vinyl. I'm out of focus right now, but I'm just pulling the parts that I don't want to iron onto the bag. Okay, and it's best to kind of work in sections, because sometimes you can pull up the areas that you want to use. But me, it seems like I'm manhandling it. But yeah, just pull it off. I think I'm kind of used to doing it, so, but you kind of have a feel for it. So yep, that's called weeding, when you're taking out the negative parts that you don't need, don't want to use. And then I think I had to look at the screen to see what parts to take out. So yeah, which was the very center. I think it gives it a 3D dimension look, if that makes sense. Helps it look out, I mean, what's the word for it? Stand out more. Something simple, but yet it's a focal point to the bag, which needs it, because it's just a plain black bag. But yeah, with the vinyl, you don't have to use white. You can use whatever color you want. And I think also I can have the vinyl available to whoever may want it. Maybe you want to put it on a t-shirt, which would be kind of dope. Back of a t-shirt, a jacket. You can even change the size of it. It necessarily doesn't have to be that big. So if you would like that, then just send post a comment, and then I can put it up on my website. Or either if you want a tote, I'm going to have this bag on my website as well. And if you want it in other colors, then you have that option as well. So now I'm just cleaning up the area. Yep. And that's the towel. I don't want to mess up my red table, as you can see, because the steam. That's the Cricut Mat. Doesn't come with the press. It's something separate. So that I'm just preheating it, getting it ready. So when I lay down the iron on transfer, it kind of sticks better. Okay, and I'm trying to position it on the mat. And then it's preset for 300 degrees, 15 seconds, I believe. And I'm going to do it in sections since the press isn't big enough. I think the press is maybe 10 inches wide. I think they have a size up, but when I was I think when I was ordering it, they didn't have it available, so I had to get the mid-size. And I think it comes in 4 different sizes now. They have a mini, then they have a 6x6, this size, and then one that's bigger, like a 12 by something. I don't know. But yeah, I know I could get a heat press machine, but I wanted to try this out first to see if it was something that I like, because of course the heat press is pretty bulky. This, I'm just testing it out. You're supposed to do the back, but I have another image because I wanted 2 options on the bag. So I'm going to heat it up again because certain parts are still peeling up. And I don't think I didn't do it as long as the first time. As you can see, I have a gold image on the back. That's my crafter side, and then this is my HBCU side. Kind of like two totes in one. See, Maker's gonna make. That's the same process. That was just a gold glitter iron on. There, it's best to try to peel it in sections. I don't like to peel mine up when it's really hot. I like to try to flip the tote up and down a little bit to kind of air it out, get some of the heat off of it. But I think you are supposed to do like a warm press. So I'm just going back over it again in sections, trying to keep it on that Cricut mat that's underneath. And then you just keep peeling in sections slowly. And there it is. HBCU made tote. Something quick and easy. And if you would like to order one, it'll be on my website, or order the vinyl, it'll be on my website as well. Make sure to subscribe.